Hi, hello, welcome to Knowledge Center. First of all, I welcome you all for the channel where you can gain your knowledge. So, let's move on for the today's session. So, in this video, I am going to explain you about the lecture 2 in clock. So, you might have gone through my previous video on this clock in the lecture 1 where I have explained you all regarding the finding of an angle between the hour hand and a minute hand. So this is the clock wherein I have not represented the hour hand and the minute hand. Let me say it's at 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock in this sense, our hand will be at 2, that's the small hand, and minute hand will be at exact 12. So how to identify the angle between the hour hand and the minute hand, that was discussed in the previous video. Okay, that is the lecture 1 on clock concept. So those who have not gone through that, you can go through it. The link is been available and given in the description here. So in this video, we will talk about the overlap concept. Overlap concept in this sense, see, if for example say the hour hand is moving from 2 to 3. So for 1 hour, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, within that 1 hour, the hour hand and minute hand both will come together. Both will come together at certain time. Say they maybe the hand may be here. Okay, hour hand and minute hand. Both will overlap on each other. That is called overlapping of a hands. Okay. So we need to identify. The questions will be framed in such a way that identify the time at which both hour hand and minute hand will come together or will overlap. Okay. So that will be a question now. So to identify this, we need to have an important note which has been written on the board. You can read it here. I will just explain you about that part here. So this note will help us to calculate the time at which both the hands are coming together. Okay. So now without wasting the time, let's move on to that important note. So here the note says that say 15 minute spaces are gained. See, I will highlight this spaces. 55 minutes. Sorry, it was read as a 15. Okay. 55 minute spaces are gained by minute hand in 60 minutes. So it may be something confusing for you guys now. How to remember this and what is the meaning of it. So let's understand the meaning of this statement here. Before understanding the meaning, I just want to make it one thing very clear for you, that is spaces. So spaces in the sense, you can observe the clock here. Between 12 to 1, we will have 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5th one. So we can say when it is the hand is moving from 12 to 1, it is crossing 5 spaces. Same way, if it moves from 12 to 12, means if it moves for one complete circle, then totally 12 to 1 is 5 spaces. So 12 to 2 is 10 spaces. Same way, we can say that total we have 60 spaces in a clock. Okay. So now, if I consider that for 1 hour, means from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, minute hand will cover 60 spaces. Whereas the hour hand will not cover the 60 spaces. It will just cover 5 spaces. Okay. Got the point? Now I will take one example. I will give an example here. Say, assume that there is a bag, there is a purse or a bag, a small bag, in which we have a number of coins in it. So I will put my hand into the bag and randomly I will pick some coins. Say I got 10 coins in my hand. Okay, I have 10 coins in my hand. And now I ask you to put your hand into a bag and pick some coins randomly. So assume that you got 6 coins in a hand. So you have 6 coins in a hand and I have 10 coins in my hand. So now I can say that I have gained 4 coins compared to you. Right? I have gained 4 coins from you. More than you. So I have gained 4 coins because I have 4 coins more compared to you. Same way here, you can apply this logic here to understand this statement. Okay. Now say, let us consider that the hour hand is moving from 2 to 3. So it is moving from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So while this movement 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, hour hand is moving just 5 spaces. Hour hand will move only for 5 spaces. Whereas at the same time, minute hand used to cover complete 60 spaces, because we know that for 1 hour it is 60 minutes. So minute hand has to cover all the 60 spaces. Okay. So at the same time it is moving for 60 spaces. What is this? Minute hand. So this is minute hand and this is hour hand. So hour hand will move only for 5 spaces in 1 hour. Same way, minute hand will move 60 spaces in 1 hour. Now when I compare these two, minute hand is gained 55 spaces, because hour hand is having only 5 spaces, whereas minute hand is having 60 spaces. So minute hand has been gained how many spaces it has been gained? It is 5 and here 60. So it is gained 55 spaces in a minute. So that is what it means here. 55 minute spaces are gained by minute hand, in 60 minutes, in covering of 60 minutes or in 1 hour. Right. I hope this statement is clear for you now. If not, you can just watch it from the beginning. Yeah, I have given an example of a coins that is going to help you to understand it easily. Okay. So when the minute hand, when it covers for 1 hour, the minute hand will have a gain of 55 minute spaces. Okay. Now using this note, we can solve the problems and we can identify at what time, exactly at what time we are going to get that overlapping of an hour hand and a minute hand. Okay. So first let us consider one example, one question I will take. Okay. So first let's see at what time the hour hand and minute hand will overlap between 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So this is the question now. At what time hour hand and minute hand will overlap between 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Okay, so that is what the question I am going to consider. Right. So now to identify this, I am going to make use of that statement. Okay, that is the only statement you need to use to find the answer. Okay, now it says that 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So let me look into this. Let us make use of this clock now. Okay, so that you can understand it easily. As it is the first problem, concentrate here. See, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock in this sense. Say now let's mark it at 3 o'clock. So at hour hand will be at 3, minute hand will be at 12. That is what the position of our hands. Okay. Now, when the hour hand moves in between 3 to 4, within that, this minute hand will also come over there. And at certain time, it will come exactly over the hour hand. It will be exactly over the hour hand. So it will be overlapping. So that is what the time you need to identify. That means at what time we get this position. Means the hour hand and minute hand both has to be overlapped. That's what you need to find here. Okay. Right. So to do that, let us understand one concept here. Here we know that 55 minute spaces are gained. We have that relation. 55 minute spaces are gained by a minute hand if it passes 60 minutes. Okay, if it crosses 60 minutes. Right. Now, in this concept, minute hand is not crossing 60 because we just need to know what is that position or what is the timing at which both will overlap each other. So I can say that minute hand will move from 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Right. In between 3 to 4, there will be overlapping. So I will consider that minute hand is moving from 12 to 1 means 5 spaces, and 1 to 2 means again we get 5, and 2 to 3 means one more 5 spaces. Totally 15 spaces we got. So when minute hand is moving from 12 to 3, it is covering 15 spaces. Okay. So I can write here minute hand is gaining 15 spaces. Okay. Minute hand is gaining 15 spaces, but we don't know at what exact moment of the minute. So I will consider it as a 60. I will consider that exact point will be as a 16. Means we know that minute hand is gaining 15 minutes, but at what hour we don't know that. Means here I can say minute hand is gaining 55 spaces in 1 hour. Now I am writing minute hand is gaining 15 spaces At what hour? We don't know. We don't know what is the hour now. So that's what you need to identify. If you get that, that would be the answer. So this is most important here. How to write this? I'll repeat this again. See, 55 spaces are gained in 1 hour. So 55 spaces are gained in 1 hour. 1 hour means 60 minutes. Now minute hand is just gaining 15 here. I have just taken 15 because we have to find the overlapping between 3 to 4. Right? So up to 3 it is 15. So 15 minute hand is gaining 15 spaces, but at what hour we don't know that. Okay, so that is x. Now cross multiply this. So if you cross multiply, see what we get here. So let me do it here. X into 55, x into 55 equal to 15 into 60. 15 into 60. Okay. So once you cross multiply, we get the value, unknown value x. So therefore I can say x is equal to 15 into 60 by 55. So what we can do here, we can take 5 3s are 15, 5 11s are 55. So we got x equal to 180 by 11. 63 is 180. So we got 180 by 11, right? That is what the number we got it here. But now if you generally answers in an option, if you got it as like this fraction values, you just write it like this. If not, generally what they do, they get it in terms of minutes and seconds. So they can give it like this. So 180 by 11, you divide it, we get the answer. So let me do it here. 180 by 11, I will do it here. So 180 by 11. So 11 ones are 11. So you can write it here 11. 8 minus 1, 7 and 0 is remaining here. So 11 6 are 66. Remaining is 4. So now what I can write? I can write this in this manner. 16 into 11, see, 16 4 by 11. That is the whole number now, right? That's what we can write it as the answer. 16 4 by 11 in this sense. This can be represented as 16 minutes and 4 by 11 seconds. 16 minutes 4 by 11 seconds. So this is what we got it in terms of a fraction here. If it is a decimal, you can just get it decimal values also. Means 4 by 11 you will get a decimal value. You go on simplifying this. You can put here point and you will get 0. So 11 3s are 33. Right? 11 3s are 33. Again you get 7. So 16.3 seconds. That's how you can write it. Or here we got it as 16 minutes and 4 by 11 seconds. It means that the hour hand and minute hand is going to overlap after 16 minutes and 4 by 11 seconds after 3 o'clock. Means past 3. This is very most important word. Past 3 o'clock. You should never forget about that statement. Means after passing the 3 o'clock, exactly at 16 minutes and 4 by 11 seconds, after passing this, 16 minutes and 4 by 11 seconds, both will overlap each other. So 16 minutes and 4 by 11 past 3 o'clock, because it is coming between 3 and 4. So after crossing 3 only, it is going to be overlapping. So this is how the solution has to be obtained for these kind of questions, right? Let me take one more example. So one more example, and for again I will solve it using the same logic. Logic remains same. Just to make it easy for you, I am going to take one more example. So let's say now the time clock is moving from between say 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So let me change it. Find a time where the hour hand and minute hand will overlap between 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Okay, so say 5 o'clock is this 5 and hour hand, a minute hand will be at 12. Same logic. 5 to 6, in between this there will be at certain point both will meet each other. So first you need to write this statement like this and then simplify it. Very simple. Okay. So the question says that 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, in between that where the hands are going to meet, at what time the hands are going to meet. So 55 spaces are gained for 60 minutes or 1 hour. Okay. So this statement you write it, and then now see the minute hand is how many spaces it is covering here. It is gaining 5 plus 5 10, 15, 20, 25. So after 5, we need to see where it will meet. So from 12 to 5 means 25 minutes. So 25 spaces are gained in how many hours? So when it is gaining 25, what would be the hour? So that is the point here. Okay. So now cross multiply x into 55 equal to 60 into 25. It's as simple as this. Just simplify it, you get the answer for the unknown value x. So we can say that 5 5 is the 25, 5 11 is again. So 560 is the 300 by 11. You can keep the answer as it is if the options are given in this manner. If not, you divide it now 300 by 11. So it all depends upon the options on the question paper. So 11 2s are 22, remaining is 8 and 0. So 11 7s are 77 and remaining is 3. Now we can write that this can be given as 27 into 11, means you can write it like this, 27 here 11 and 3, 27 3 by 11. So 27 minutes 3 by 11 seconds past 5 o'clock, after 5 o'clock. Okay, so past 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock, or even if you don't write it, you can say that the hour hand and minute hand will meet each other exactly at 27 minutes and 3 by 11 seconds. 27 means this is 25, 26, 27. 27 minutes, 3 by 11 seconds. So somewhere here, both hands will be meeting each other, hour hand and a minute hand. 27 minutes and 3 by 11 seconds. Okay. Even you can guess and get a fraction 27 into this 3 by 11. Okay, means we can say it as a point. If you read it here, we get 30. So 11 2s again. So 27.02 seconds. That's how you can say. Okay. So how the options are given in the question paper. Based on that, you have to simplify. If the answer is like this, then just select it. If the answer is somewhat like this, then you have to divide this. You will get that answer. If the answer is in this fashion, then we got a fraction value like this, decimal value here, decimal value. So simplify it completely, you will get decimal value. So this is the right answer, right? This is how you can easily identify the exact time where both the hands will come together. I hope this is very clear for you guys, sir. So in next video, I am going to explain you another new concept again about the clock. So keep watching my videos. Subscribe to my channel to get the notifications about new updates, sir. Thank you.